I just tell them that time was.
Okay, swap it around. Okay, don't figure it out.
Actually, I will just explain to him right now.
Okay.
Ask him if he has the plaque. We want it back right now.
All right, welcome. You're not seated, but I'm going to get started anyway. Good evening. Good evening. Okay. Buenas tardes. No, nobody's on. Okay, you guys ready? Yeah. All right, we have 40 minutes to get through 120 slides, but I trimmed a few out. So welcome to the SHPE National meeting. We have a lot of things to get through. So first of all, is Richard here? Okay, he's on his way. Okay, so we're going to go through all of these things very quickly. The last and most important part is the awards. Who here is ready to hear about some more awards? Yeah. Those of you who thought you won, maybe. Okay, excellent. So, as you know, we've been in a transition state. We had an objective to start a CEO search in September. We moved it up to August. We executed on that. We went through interviews September and October, and we originally wanted the new CEOs to start mid-October, and we pushed it back to December 1st. Who here has met our future CEO? Raise your hand. Good, good. Okay, so he's going to start December 1st. We selected Mr. Richard Morley. When he gets here, I'll have him stand up and introduce himself. He's currently the executive director of Irvine College Foundation. And we selected him based on his experience and knowledge of nonprofit operations, financial management, grant funding and management, fundraising, and entrepreneurship. This gentleman has done a lot in his career, from starting his own company to doing big turnarounds for nonprofit organizations. And that's the type of experience we need. Of note, he has a lot of experience in STEM, in promoting STEM in Hispanic communities, which is exactly what we do, right? So we're really happy to have him here. The immediate areas of focus for Mr. Morley are going to be financial management and reporting systems and improving those, redeveloping the member value proposition for all our levels of membership, helping us redevelop our marketing and branding, doing some focusing on diversifying our revenue generation portfolio, and looking at different ways to do fundraising. We have a lot of opportunity in operations and programming as well. So these were the agreed upon focus areas. We are developing metrics as we speak. So when he gets here, I'll have him introduce himself, all right? So we're going to move right along into finances. Okay, so we came into the year realizing quite a large debt, and our goal was to eliminate $900,000 in prior year debt by the end of FY16. We wanted to not only do that, but build a cash cushion, and all while minimizing impact to programs, sponsors, and members. The progress to date, we've already almost achieved the complete deficit reduction. So we're targeting by the end of this fiscal year to have less than $100,000 in prior year debt yet to close out. So that's a monumental achievement, and it's really due to the hard work of the staff, the board, our sponsors and partners, and the members who continue to attend our programs and support our organization. So our budget is we're on pace for a surplus budget, which allows us to further reduce that debt. All right, so as you know, we've been trying to complete these audits for a while. We did complete our last round of revisions, and we had this one major line item discrepancy, and it's been pointed out numerous times, and we've been really trying to figure out where that came from. So we brought in previous finance staff, and we paid them to help us research, and we discovered what it was. Not a big surprise. It was administrative costs for SHPE Foundation that SHPE Inc. was covering, and we wrote it up as debt between the two organizations. And so when we talk about deferred revenue or payments that we didn't receive, it amounted to about $250,000 in money that we were covering for the foundation. Through this merger, we really don't expect to get that back, right? Because we become one organization, so it really becomes forgivable debt. There was a line item in the 990s that was listed incorrectly. It was listed under loans. Through this audit, you'll see that revision that explains that was listed in the wrong item. That was actually transactions between the two organizations, and which will ultimately amount to forgivable debt. So we do still need to start on the FY13 audits. But what's more important to all of you is reimbursements. You know, we have been in a difficult cash flow situation. So we've been trying to, get around this so we can get back to paying back the members the money we owe, including RLDC profits and chapter reimbursements, especially to professional chapters who get 75% or used to get, 89% of the dues back to their chapter. We recently changed that policy. But we had dues reimbursements we owed. So for FY13, all have been issued. However, not everything has been cashed. And what we're finding is a lot of the chapters have not updated their information for where we send checks. You don't have contact information up to date in OneShip. We realize that you hate OneShip, right? Everyone here hates OneShip? Yay, okay. Maybe I should have phrased that differently. But anyway, yeah, nobody really likes OneShip. It makes it hard to work with. But by not working with the system, when we try to issue reimbursements, that's the information we have, right? So also, if you want to hear about what's going on in SHPE and you don't update your email address in OneShip, you're not going to hear, right? So, we are going to discuss the new system here in a moment, but in the meantime, we do need you to update your information, especially if you're owed money as a chapter. And we only have a few that we need to figure out. So we're investigating missing reimbursements from Q4 FY13. So for us, Q4 is March through June of 2013. And for FY14, so that's 2013 to 2014, checks were issued just as of Halloween, but only to those that have verified their information, all right? Because what we're doing is sending checks, getting complaints that I didn't get it, and then having to reissue. So we try to verify the information first. If you had not responded with your correct information or verified it, we didn't cut a check. So we need you to check your emails, update your information, and contact us so we can get you the money that SHPE National owes. Lifetime reimbursements for FY13 and 14, our goal is to have those paid by November 21st. All right, so RLDC revenues. I'm very proud to say that we've caught up on RLDC 2012. Woohoo. And thank you, all two of you. RLDC 2013, our goal is to close all of the revenue distributions out by November 14th. Region 1, we're awaiting some final information. We did have some communications go out between Region 1, Region 7, and our staff and treasurer. So we're good in Region 1, and we'll be able to reimburse that. And then Region 2, no amount due. Region 3, we're finalizing the reconciliation. Region 4 is paid out for 2013, right, Tomas? Thank you. And Region 6 is paid in full as well. Thank you, Region 6. And Region 7, I already mentioned we're waiting that final information. So RLDC 2014, previous leadership that is no longer with our organization stated that that 10,000 would not be distributed, right? That's not exactly true. Money that was owed, that we had line items that we said we were going to distribute, we are going to distribute. That may not be the full 10,000, depending on how your budget reconciled at the end, but that money will be part of your budget as we do the reconciliation, and we'll determine through collaboration with your chapters that hosted our LDCs the exact amount, and we do want to have those reimbursed by February 28th. All right, so moving right along into the IT infrastructure update. So I'm going to have Andrew come up here, but I'm going to introduce kind of what we're looking at is two different phases, right? We have a phase one. Our launch date is December 4th. So what this means is that membership entry, just kind of the basic membership access, update my information, update my profile, that stuff is going to be set by December 4th. Sales and finance modules, which is going to be really helpful for you when you want to, reconcile your chapter reimbursements. Those are going to be updated as well. We've already converted the first two cycles of data, and the third one will be complete by December 4th. And then the eWeb custom look and feel will be complete as well. We need to do phase two. So phase two is the part that those of you as chapter leaders are going to be more interested in, and that's the chapter management tools, events, inventory, exhibits, fundraising, committee modules. So there's a lot of work ahead of us, but what we're going to do today is show you some progress on that. So Andrew, I'm going to pull up your presentation. If I can figure out how to use a computer. All right. Do I need to go to full screen?
You're good.
Is it going to click? There we go.
Thank you. Thank you, Barry. Hi, as many of you all or may not know, I am Andrew Paul Smith, the network admin at the SHPE National office. Before I get started, I do want to show one thing real quick. How many in this room? Give me a second. How many in this room have seen this? How many have seen this when you're trying to access one chip, trying to register for RDCs? How many have seen that? This wonderful internal server error, please contact the webmaster. Yeah, I'm pretty tired of it too. So I want to let you guys know that we've been working hard at SHPE National. We've been working diligently to get this project done. You may not have heard of it. Maybe this is the first time, but we are definitely working to replace it. I'm going to go over 4 key points: the online join, the online renew, the online upgrade, and the event registration. Now with that, I have screenshots prepared of it. We can walk you through real quick just to give you a look and feel, see how it's going to be, see that it's much better. And believe me, this is not going to have that internal server error like you've all seen. So first of all, we go here. This is how the new AMS will look. This is where you'll have your sign in. You'll have your login information right here. You're able to log in. Very clean, looks well, matches up with the website, even has the social media right on the bottom. You see, I log in. Once you log in, you'll be able to see your picture, your name. You're able to see your membership information, registrations, all over the place right there. So you're ready to go. Oh, my apologies. Give me 1 second. Oh, that's always cool. Sorry about that. All right. First when we come in, you'll see that first of all, my status says non-member. That's not good. I want to become a member of SHPE. How do I do that? You go to my account, you drop down, has a nice online join button. If you are not a member, it will say online join. Later on in my presentation, you'll see that it'll say online renewal if you are currently a member or need to renew your membership. Moving forward, you see you need to choose a membership package, making it very clean. Just choose a membership package, depending on what you need. You click the add to cart button right there in the next screen. Very simple to use, very nice graphical user interface. You'll see next that wonderful map you all come to know and love. You can actually select the region right here. Once you select the region, It'll drop down the chapters from that region, and you're able to move along and joining our membership. From there, you want to confirm your membership info. Moving forward, you want to review education. You click Add Degrees. Make sure to keep that updated. That way, you know, all the potential employers can see all your information just like that. You want to assign the SHPE Code of Ethics, as you've all known. Make sure to check that little checkbox right there. If you don't do that, you will receive an error. It's not internal server error, but you will receive an error. Promise. Right here, you're going to confirm and proceed with your membership. You'll see that, look, Andrew Paul Smith is a new member. The package I chose was a professional membership. I just chose Fresno chapter, no affiliation, but you know. Region 1, and right here, this supporting document, of course, is for recent graduates only. That's if you need to upload any your information, your unofficial transcripts, in order to have your recent graduate membership approved by the membership office. That way you're not waiting around to see what happened, trying to email. That way we can look into it, it'll flag us, let us know that we need to approve it. After that, you'll see the summary. You're a regular member. Your SHPE professional member is $65, as you all know. After that, you can actually click continue and check out. Once you hit that, we actually added something nice and new. We have an optional donations button, a donation section, I'm sorry. And that way you can actually choose an amount. We can actually put different sections for regions, for separate events, or just straight to the foundation, or you know, whatever you might need. And of course, you have the no thanks option. Or you can have the add to cart where you can donate $10, $20, whatever, or we can add an extra field so you can add your own amount. Once you see that, you enter the payment information. Very simple, just like you've seen before. Once you do that, you want to just confirm your payment. Let me see this real quick. You'll see that you want to make sure confirm your payment. Send your confirmation by email if you guys want that. Make sure to check that box. You continue, you submit the order. And now I am a professional member. It expires 6/30/2015. You'll see right here in my invoices that I have an invoice for a professional membership, and it'll show all your records right there, even for event registration. So that's how you become a member of SHPE. Moving forward real quick, it's the online renewal. Once I am a member, you can actually go to the My Account section. It drops down. Online renewal is there. That will change once you are a member. You click on that. You do the same exact process that you did before, only this time you're confirming information, updating anything you need to do. Another option is if I'm a professional member, you know what? I'm in this for life. SHPE is my life. So I want to become a lifetime professional. You know what I'm saying? This is my SHPE. So we want to say that you can actually choose lifetime professional, or you can renew as a professional. But I know all you guys want to join as a lifetimer, so that is an option available there in the renewal process. One more thing I want to go over, of course, is the event registration. See, I'm telling you, this thing is just going to be fully loaded. The way one SHPE was intended to work, unfortunately, did not work out that way. This is going to be great. You're going to click on conferences. Simple as that, right? Below, you'll see the links for NELA, RLDC, SHPE Conference, MGT. Once you click on those, it'll take you directly to the websites. What you want to just choose is conferences. Once you choose conferences, you'll actually be able to see all the upcoming events. You'll see that SHPE Conference is currently going on right now. It's kind of a little late to register for that, but you see that we just put in a dummy one for RLDC 2 next year, 2015. Yeah, right? Whose house? All right. I'll move forward. Then you're going to choose, my apologies. That should say choose an event right there. Once you choose the event, you're going to click, do I want to register my group? Do I want to register the whole chapter, or do I want to register just myself now? Which is very easy to use. Gives you the summary information right up there. You move forward. I'm sorry if you're having trouble seeing that, but that is the registration form. You fill out your information. It actually pulls it from your membership, so no need to fill out any of those information. All you need to fill out is how you're going to be attending as a professional, as an advisor, and then once you select that, you go right here and you'll actually see the different plans available for that selection right below right here under event fees. You select an event fee, You click submit, move forward. You go through the same payment process as before. Once you are completed, you are now registered for an RLDC or any other registration for any other event you might see. That is simple as that. To sum it up, that we have been working hard to put this conference together and making sure that it's the best experience possible, while in the meanwhile, making sure that this AMS project gets off the ground and just takes off and just impresses you all. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
We should have Andy. We should have Andrew do the rest of the presentation. You guys like him? Thank you, Andrew. All right. Thanks, Andrew. Are we still broadcasting? Okay. All right. So here's the board meetings coming up. Good. Thank you. All right. So merger, everyone's favorite topic. Who loves talking about the merger? You guys are insane. Okay. So here's what happened. All right. August, we announced the merger proposal and timeline. September, we got Attorney General pre-approval for the original package. We suspended the merger in September, and we used that time to gather additional input. We modified the proposal. We went from being what was called a directorship to being a hybrid membership with a 9 out of 15 appointed, 6 elected members. So we changed the proposal. We re-presented it to the members in October. We voted on it from October 20th to November 2nd. So here's the results. This is probably the highest participation in any election we've ever had. So give yourselves a round of applause for being engaged. So according to the California Corporate Code, we only needed 50% plus 1, and we got well over 2/3 support. There was a little snafu with the timing of the final 12 hours of the election. However, we made the decision to move forward by accepting all ballots that were submitted up till noon on Monday. Okay, so the new org highlights 501c3, 6 directly elected by the membership, 9 appointed. The executive board is appointed by the entire board, and one of those people, the chair or the vice chair, has to be from the elected membership. The NUR, vice NUR, and NGR will continue to exist pretty much the same as they always have. And then the 3 professionals will be elected by the general membership as well. So I think we've already gone through that. So next steps, Attorney General final approval. We should be getting that any day. The complete audits for FY10 through FY12. Ideally, we'd like to have FY13 done before we consummate the merger. But after we've completed the audits, right, it's a gating item, then we can compile our list of assets, liabilities, existing contracts, and make decisions on them. You know, what's going to live through the merger? What do we need to talk about eliminating? And we need to make that decision as the new board. So that those are difficult conversations. So it's not like this is going to be over in a snap, right? So then you consummate the merger. We have to do this financial merger where we combine financial processes. Luckily, they're pretty aligned already. And then process procedure development. We really need to take a look at not only what policies would we take from SHPE Inc. and adopt, but how would we improve those as we adopt them? So we are going to be definitely engaging the membership to get a lot of input on this, on each of the policies that directly impact membership. And then we need to develop a new strategic plan with our new CEO. Is he here? Okay. Upcoming SHPE events, RLDCs. Who's excited about RLDC? All right, so write it down if you don't know. Here they are. So there's a couple overlaps here, but the Region 6 RLDC is being hosted by Medtronic, self-promotion, thank you. And Region 4, I believe, is a collaboration between USPTO and the DC chapter, is that right? Thank you. I don't know a whole lot about the other ones, but they look really cool. So you should go to them. All right, and if you haven't already, you need to get your 40th anniversary stuff, all right? If you can get this whole package for $55, pretty good deal. This pin, super snazzy. You need one. Thank you. All right, who wants to hear about awards? All right, so student chapters of the year. You guys already heard these, right? Student chapters of the year. Yeah, okay, so the large chapter of the year has already been announced. Just one more confirmation. Okay, so University of Houston student chapter. So the, all right, they already knew. Okay, I don't know that maybe that was the wrong okay. I'm not gonna. All right, so medium, University of Michigan student chapter, and small was the Rice University student. Give them all a round of applause, all of them. All right, so at the end of this, we have these huge trophies. You guys see these? All right, so they're heavier than my baby, so you need to come up here. You need to come up here and get these at the end of our meeting, okay? All right, so this is new, right? Category award winners. All right, so for the category award winners, what we did is that those awards are given to chapters who score above 78% overall for both the NRP and who maintain a well-rounded chapter and offer unique opportunities to their members and serve as best practice models for chapters nationwide. All right, so for the Outstanding Professional Development Award, this chapter had broad professional development program execution, great penetration involving their alumni participation, industry involvement, and also had this really cool panel of women speakers. This award goes to Region 4, Columbia University. Come on up. So I need some help from some, all right. And if you could, after you get your award, go off the stage and we'll get pictures after, okay? Because we got to get through these. All right, so for hosting a NELA-inspired case study competition for their members to address a specific problem in the chapter and collaborate on potential solutions, the Outstanding Leadership Development Award goes to Region 1, Cal State University, Sacramento. Region 1, all right. Outstanding chapter development, all right. So this chapter has an impressive outreach program and supports several junior chapters, provides high school tours for high school students, and hosts shadow days throughout the year. This from Region 2, this award goes to University, oh, whoa. I got out of order here. Silence. Okay, so that award was this chapter, University of Arizona Student Chapter, Outstanding Outreach and Development. Come on up. That was my mistake. And for Outstanding Chapter Development, Cal Poly Pomona, also from Region 2, for increasing their membership from 39 to 102 members in 1 year. Give it up for Cal Poly Pomona. Whose house? Whose house? Thank you. All right. Good effort. Excellent. All right, outstanding academic development. I'm going to make sure I'm doing this right now. All right, for creating a challenge for their members to successfully launch a balloon and capsule into space at an altitude of 100,000 feet. Pretty neat. This goes to Region 7, University of Florida. All right, so the most improved student chapter, this is a student-only award and goes to the chapter who has both increased their score and their chapter membership the most from 2012-2013 term to the FY14 term. And this year's most improved is Cal State Long Beach. Give it up. Another Region 2. Outstanding. Okay, for professionals. We're in the right spot. Okay. This first category award goes to a well-rounded chapter who excels at adding value to their membership, particularly in the area of professional development, for hosting monthly professional development workshops for their members. This award goes to Region 5, Houston Professional Chapter. Give it up for Houston. Excellent. All right, so for the chapter who promotes leadership development with involvement in national and regional committees and by hosting their RLDC 4 Outstanding Leadership Development Award goes to Boston Professional Chapter, Region 4. What's the chant for Region 4? No one knows the chant for Region 4? Say, what is it?
Region 4!
Oh, guys. Yeah, we'll give you another chance later. All right. All right, so this next winner raises the bar for outreach and community service through mentoring several junior chapters, hosting ACE events, Noche de Ciencias, and providing scholarships. This award goes to Region 5, the Lockheed Martin Aero Fort Worth chapter. You know, a Star Award winner from that chapter. Excellent. All right, so this chapter for outstanding chapter development, this is one of the largest, this is the largest professional chapter we have. They boast over 133 professional members. They continue to pump out professionals and leaders that help drive our organization. They utilize social media, partnering with other organizations and creating a pipeline from university professional chapters. So for outstanding chapter development from Region 4, the New York City Professional Chapter. Let's give them a round of applause. Better. Okay. You get one more chance, all right? All right. For creating opportunities for career development of its members by hosting quarterly mentoring sessions for its members from management and executives. Pretty neat. The Outstanding Career Development Award goes to Region 4, U.S. Patent Trademark Office. Give them a round of applause. Right. So I did want, that was actually very good. I did want to give you all time for questions. That's why that was super fast. But I did want to point out that all these awards, these category awards, are accompanied by a $200 check. It's not a lot, but it's money for your chapter that you can use. So we're pretty excited about that. Okay, so I'd like to hear some questions from the audience or online. So there's a microphone right by this gentleman. He's going to carry it to you. Portal of Death. All right, any questions?
Does the membership application include SHPE Junior?
Does the new membership application, in a way. So SHPE Junior chapters, their advisor will be able to enter their information into the database. And what this will allow us to do is to connect them to university chapters as they graduate from high school. So there's some legality around connecting with minors. So we're trying to be cognizant of that. And so this first phase, what we're just doing is that back end data entry by the advisor.
I'm just asking because if they registered to attend the original conference, how would they go through that system?
That's an excellent question. So Andrew, somewhere around here, okay. Staff member, somewhere around. All right, Wendy, can you take a note for me? You're here. We got to follow up on that and find out how junior chapters can integrate into the RLDCs. Thank you. Other questions? I was anticipating like a lot of questions. Comments? How's the conference going? Who here attended Extreme Engineering? Good experience? That guy has no voice, so I know it was a good experience. What about the career fair today? Okay, we have a question. Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you for asking.
Okay, wanted to go a little bit more on the change in the merger.
Uh-huh.
You stated 9 positions will be set up by.
Appoint-
Someone is going to nominate people?
No,
For those 9 positions, or is it backwards?
yeah, so it's the other way. So there will be 3 professionals that will be directly elected through a similar process that we followed today, except they won't have titles. They're just professional representatives of the general membership. Then there will be 3 students that do have titles: national grad, national undergrad, and vice national undergrad. And then there will be 9 professionals that will be appointed through a nomination process. So we know the inaugural 9 includes every member that was agreed upon by both organizations as we agreed upon the merger proposal. But then as we go through there's a nominations committee that will present individuals to be appointed to the board.
How are we going to ensure diversity now that it's going to be appointed, meaning 9 overrule 6 for any decision?
Yeah, so I think that's an interesting question because it assumes that the 9 people have a different agenda than the 6. And it assumes that they come from a different category. And I think the problem with that is that it's not necessarily true. When you look at our inaugural board, the inaugural appointed members, some of them represent the membership already. You have me, Diana, Rod Garcia, all past national presidents, and you have others that have been so engaged in the community. I find it hard to believe that they have some kind of agenda that's going to make them want to take SHPE in a direction that is different than what the members want. But to answer your question directly, what if they did all get together and say, you know, we hate all the ideas of the membership and we want to do something different? So the problem is that in order to get people off the board and get them to change things, we have different approval levels, right? So in order to silence or eliminate an elected position, you actually need a supermajority in the new bylaws. You can't just overwhelm them with your regular votes. You actually have to have some of the elected members agree with the vote. So that's one additional area that we added to avoid that. Does that kind of answer your question?
Partially. I think you and I can take it offline. I'm just concerned because when we're humans, right? People will tend to appoint people that are like themselves, that think like themselves. And I want to make sure that in this process, we don't lose sight of our value or mission, which is the students and getting them to the next level. At the same time, respecting diversity within SHPE.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that comment, and I guess, and I'm not trying to argue, but I do want to point out that what happens every year is that from every region, we don't get people that want to run for positions. So what do we do as a board? We select people and try to get them to run. So I would argue that is happening today. We're trying to find people that we know through our networks just to run for these positions. So is it going to be different? Yes, because we have a nominations committee who's actively trying to find these candidates that meet the requirements. We want somebody that is influential in academia, someone who's influential in government, somebody who has an understanding of corporate America, and all that needs to be at a senior executive level, right? So people that have been under the eye of large corporations and held to be accountable to large corporations or large universities or Congress, right? We want people that have proven themselves already. So I don't know how much better that makes you feel, but we should talk offline for sure. Thank you. I have another question.
Hi, Barry Mauricio from the SHPE Professional Chapter. This question, what's your vision for the future on leadership development, like EY and management programs? And then are there any plans or vision to bring better tools to the student chapters and the professional chapters to have better leadership development?
Yeah. So the question is around what are we going to do with professional development, pretty much, right? And thank you. So, I mean, I can tell you where we were headed, but now, you know, we have a new CEO. Richard, you stand up and say hi to everyone, please. So, but I don't see these changing a whole lot. What we've done is when we changed the membership dues equation, it generated twice the amount of revenue to go towards professional development. We haven't been able to realize a whole lot with that until this year. For the first time in a long time, the professional development has some discretionary budget. Their committee has discretionary budget where they can do more. And one of the mandates that we've been kind of aligned on is we need to find a way to bring professional programs to the members where they are, right? So an organization that does this amazingly well is the Society of Women Engineers. Every month, every quarter, you can expect to log in to professional development from your desktop and experience top-level programs from executives, from senior people that know what they're talking about. So we want to bring something like that to SHPE. We don't know exactly what it's going to look like, but the intent is to bring value to you where you live. Now, on Executive Leadership Institute, there's some things that we're experimenting with right now. So the reason we have Executive Leadership Institute is because within corporate America, if you look at the top levels, they look the same. There's not a lot of diversity. And when you don't have a lot of diversity in culture, you don't have a lot of diversity in thought. And if you want your companies to excel and compete with the world and maintain our edge, you need diversity of thought. And so we're coming at our companies and saying, we think we can help you with this because we understand the Latino community. And one of the biggest things that's lacking in these companies is Latinos are not being taught how to manage their careers. And so when we're looking at Executive Leadership Institute, we're trying to say, how can we customize this for the needs of a company to help their senior managers, their managers, really apply skills that we provide and also understand the tools that are available at their company to work together to help them get the tools, the mentoring, the sponsorship so they can drive their careers. We experimented with this at Medtronic this year. Huge hit. I'm pushing to have executive leadership happen again next year at Medtronic, but that doesn't mean we couldn't have it again at other companies, at chapters within a region. But we need to get this momentum going where we have more senior manager level people as part of our organization. If we want that, we have to be stable. So you can see how all these initiatives, financial stability, bringing on executive talent in our board and having staff that's up to the level of experience to drive us to the next level, that's all helping us pave the way for this. Long answer to a short question. I hope that helped answer. That's my vision, but you know, we have to get aligned on it. All right, I don't have time for one more question, but I'll answer one more question if there is one. Is that Evander? Is he crying?
Hey, Larry.
Hi.
This is Tom Cruise. I'm a student at Stevens Institute of Technology. And so my question is the email concerning where you mentioned next steps.
Huh?
So it said that part of going forward is going to include the engagement of general membership to develop new policies and procedures.
Yeah.
So can you expand a little bit on what our role is in that area?
Well, you know, honestly, I had hoped that we would have done this work already. And we had, the RVPs were tasked with starting to do this. But what's happened is really there's been a lot more debate and discussion around the main part of the merger. So we haven't been able to get this underway yet. But what I envision is that we actually, we engage the membership through surveys, through forums to discuss, you know, what's missing from our policies and procedures. And I can tell you right now what's missing, guaranteed, is I need a pathway as a chapter leader to get money from a corporation through SHPE to my chapter seamlessly in a short amount of time. We don't have a procedure for that. We've done it ad hoc in the past, but we need to have it. That's one thing I expect to hear. But there's other things that we can do to help support the stability and the growth of our chapters. And if you want that, we need to standardize it, put it in policy, put it in procedure, so that you can hold your leaders accountable and you can rely on a process that is going to get you what you need to help grow SHPE to where it needs to be. So short answer, forum, surveys, engagement through our regional leaders. That's what we're going to do.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so that's all the amount of time we had today. I'm very sorry we couldn't speak more. You know, this has been an amazing year, year and a half. How long have I been president? Somebody needs to count my gray hairs. That's how long I've been president. But it's been an amazing year. Thank you all for all your engagement. I'd just like to give Richard a moment to say a few words. So, Richard, can you come up? Give him a warmer welcome. He's about to be the CEO.
It's a little hard. Thank you. As I said at lunch, I am delighted. I am honored. I am humbled. This is probably a 5 to 10 year capstone career for me if I make it through the week, Janice. She's had me on a short leash from about 6:30 till about 11 o'clock all week. From here to there, my head's like this. I've seen things in action. I didn't have a chance to get to the sessions, but I'm telling you, this afternoon was exciting because we drove out to the University of Michigan where we hosted the pre-college symposium. There are 400 high school students and down as young as 12, I think. And they had spent the day, and some of them came in last night actually, and spent the day with our partners going through these workshops, doing some work with Intel competition, and these students were stoked. They were excited. And I think they were kind of worn out too, don't you think, Rod? So we went out and spent some time with them and told them they are our future. You're our future, of course, but they are the future because we have to engage students, especially young Latina women, at a very young age in interest in STEM. And I don't know if you were all at lunch today when I spoke, but we need 24 million degrees, including STEM degrees, in the next 10 to 15 years because of retirement, because of corporate growth, and because we need to remain competitive. And that's what I told those students this afternoon. And the NAVC folks said, if you want to be rich, go into STEM. The history stores kind of closed. We need history majors, I'm not saying that, but STEM is where you follow your heart and the money. So my background from high school teaching to my own business where all we did was professional development for executives for 18 years. And I've taught technical writing in every major aerospace company around the country. I'm sure I'm going to run into somebody that says, was that you? And I've been working now in the college foundation arena in nonprofits for the last 7 years. I had a student here last night that yelled out my name we're going like this on the escalators, and I thought of someone I'd met here. It was a student from Mount San Antonio College, where outside of Los Angeles, the largest Hispanic institution west of the Rockies, where I was from 2007 to 2011, and we featured him in one of the videos we did for fundraising. And he remembered me and he's now in SHPE at Cal State LA, I think. Are you here tonight, Peter Medina? So anyway, there are a lot of connections to the work, a lot of vision. I think what I have in my background, in my wheelhouse with professional development and foundation fundraising is very much aligned with where SHPE is headed. And I'm just absolutely honored to be here. I'll take 2 questions because I just told that's all we have time for. Anybody?
Hello,
Hi.
my name is Cosmo from the Boston Professional Chapter. What is your vision on professional development? Where do you see professional development for professionals over the next couple of years?
I think professional development is where we are going to be able to connect with corporate partners more than any place else. And when we connect with those corporate partners and we have professionals like what Barry's done with Medtronic, what we're looking at doing with other companies that are in discussion, things are already on the table. The work we do in professional development at the entry level, at the mid-career level, and at the senior manager level into C-suite is going to be critical to increase the number from 4%, I think that's what it is, of Fortune 500 CEOs. I think they're like 14 Hispanic corporate CEOs. And we have to get that mindset to move up. And I think Barry said it best, to manage your own career. So I've been involved in professional development. I've been involved in doing some of that coaching. I think we have some amazing programs now, but I think they need to be refreshed, looked at. And I'm an evidence-based kind of guy. You know, Edward W. Deming, some of you may know who that is, said, in God we trust, all others bring data. And we need to look at those programs and the perception of those programs and the measurement of those programs. And we need to engage professionals in what they need, needs assessments. And based on those needs assessments, design programs that work, that make a difference, and measure the outcomes. Deming also says perhaps the most important things in life can't be measured, the things from the heart. And we need to recognize that. Was there one more question? I don't know, Kenny Bob, was there one more question? Yeah. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I have a question with regards to professional development and management, as you mentioned. As someone who experiences fear of taking up management positions, do you have some advice maybe to help inspire us to seek out those positions and maybe some tips to help us get there?
Well, I've had a philosophy in life that, and I told this to the interview committee, and this may sound odd, I've never had a job, I've never had to go to work, and I've never had a boss. Now, what's that mean? It means that I have self-managed my career. And I bootstrapped up from a very poor family, and when it came time to go to college, it was that way, and I put myself through college. And so my advice to you is do what you love, figure that out, figure out your passion, and the money will follow. But you have to manage your own career. You have to manage your own upward mobility. You have to manage up. And I don't want to spend a lot of time with that talking about, but if you want to catch me afterwards, I'll give you my card. You have to manage up, and you have to manage your own self-worth in a humble way, but you have to do that. Nobody's going to do it for you. One of the best pieces of advice someone ever gave me was find great mentors. Find people that inspire you, find people that you look up to, and make sure that you listen to them and that you take care of them, and they'll take care of you. So that's kind of what SHPE's all about. It's those relationships that we have from very young age through the high school chapters, where the regional junior chapters are being mentored by the college chapters, and then professionals, all that creates the SHPE family. And I've seen that here. I've heard the stories, and like I said, I'm extremely honored and humbled to be with you as part of your family. Catch me later if you want to talk a little more about that. Thank you.
Okay, that's it for us. But next, you have to go to your hospitality suites. That's where you're going to find your interviews, and you need to pick up your chapter awards if you have them coming. And we have money here, so get to those hospitality suites. Enjoy the rest of the conference. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Yeah. All right. Thank you all. Good night.